Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. Today we're going to be talking about mental illness, my mental illness, and how fitness has helped me with my mental illness. It has definitely not helped me completely overcome it, but it has helped me improve it significantly, and being in this isolation and not being able to work out like I used to be able to has really helped me notice and realize how much of an impact it has had on my mental health. I always knew that it had a huge impact, but I am just like, I miss the gym so much. My mental health is suffering. So let's just get into it. I have been diagnosed with depression and anxiety. I'm currently medicated. I have been on and off medication for a lot of years. I started having suicidal and depressive thoughts probably at the age of 10. I remember just thinking about suicide, and talking about this now, I'm really embarrassed because people don't talk about this enough, and it's an illness. It's something that I can't help. You know, if it was a physical ailment, we would have no problem talking about it and telling somebody about it, but because it's mental, I don't know why that's something that we don't talk about, why we're embarrassed about it, but I am. I'm talking about this because I want it to be a more normal thing. I want it to be normalized. We need help. I honestly don't know how we can't figure out exactly what medication is going to help it by some sort of test. I feel like we're far enough along with technology that we should be able to figure that out, but I don't know. I feel like we haven't studied the mind enough because people don't talk about mental illness. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments down below. So when I was younger, something I used to do would be self-harm. It was something that made me feel better. I mean, I don't think I did it for the attention. I mean, of course I did a little bit, but for me, it was a way to have some sort of physical output for my mental pain that I just couldn't figure out how to get rid of. I would then focus on the physical pain, and when I felt the relief of that being over, it kind of tricked me into thinking I was relieved over my mental pain, if that makes sense. So that is why I started doing that. It is absolutely something I do not recommend. I'm not saying that that's gonna help you. Please don't do it. I have scars all over my body now that I'm embarrassed of, and I wish they were not there. I really didn't think I was gonna cry. Gonna have to wait now for my eyes not to be so red. Get it together. So suffering with depression, it has really impacted my motivation. I have such a lack of motivation to do things. It's something I've struggled with for a very long time. I have so many ideas and, things I want to do, but honestly, I'm just so depressed and anxious that that motivation to do it is just not there. And it's really hard to get that motivation. Getting up in the morning just to get up and go brush my teeth is the hardest thing in the world. It seems like it's just so hard, and I just would rather stay in bed and not do any of it. But that's not an option. So you get up and I just live anxiously all the time. All the time. It makes me irritable. And of course that affects my relationships. It's taking over my life, and I'm trying my best. I've been trying my best my whole life to end it and to figure out how to stop it and just be happy. I remember being happy, for a few moments in my life. I know what happiness feels like because I do feel happy sometimes, but it's not often. I don't know how deep I want to get into this. I just want to get across to you guys what depression and anxiety feels like to me, so that maybe you don't feel as alone, or if you don't understand it, maybe this will help you understand it. so you can help somebody else that you know with mental illness, because we need help. And if you understand it and you can support that person, it makes a world of a difference. So I hope that this might help you in that way as well. Anxiety has held me back from wanting to do daily activities really where I have to interact with people. I worked at a restaurant and was a waitress, interacting with so many people every day. It was terrible. I was anxious all the time. I would hide in the bathroom numerous times during my shift and just stop a panic attack or have one and have to recover really quick and go back out and continue serving my tables as if nothing happened. Some days you know that you're just gonna have a day like that. I walk into work and I know that I'm just not feeling well, and today is gonna be one of those days. And I would never think to call in sick to my work and say, hi, I'm really mentally ill today. I don't think I can come into work. If I had the flu, I would in a heartbeat, wouldn't even second guess calling in sick and saying, hi, I'm really sick with the flu today. I can't come into work, and it would be no problem. That's another thing that is really frustrating to me, and I want mental illness to be accepted as that as well, because I know some workplaces wouldn't really let that be an option if you called in sick and said that you were mentally not feeling well. When you have a panic attack, for me, I feel like I'm stuck. The thought of going anywhere and leaving that situation is too much to even fathom, even if I might not necessarily even want to be in that situation. And my heart is racing, and I just have an overload of emotions and racing thoughts that I cannot control. And sometimes I react irritable and angry, and sometimes I just don't know what to do and I break down and cry and I feel like I'm gonna explode, and it's just not fun. It's been a rough go. I've been on and off medication. I don't know if I want to be on or off medication. I haven't found one that has worked 100%. I don't know if there ever will be 100%. I was hospitalized about 4 years ago to a mental hospital. I'm embarrassed about it, but it's true. I was also hospitalized when I was 15 for a blood clot. I have a blood clotting disorder, and I have no problem telling people about that hospitalization and that disease disorder that I have. But, you know, my blood clot almost killed me, and I have no problem telling people about that. My leg to this day really hurts. It doesn't have good circulation. It bothers me every single day. And I have no problem telling you that. It sucks. But I'm really embarrassed to tell you about the time that I was hospitalized because of my mental disorder that almost killed me. They're both the same thing, but it's really hard to talk about this one, talk about the mental health. So why am I telling you all of this? Fitness is one of the only things that has brought me any bit of relief from my mental illness. I turned to resistance training, weight training, fell in love with it. I could go on for days and days and days about the benefits of resistance training for your physical health. I think everybody should be doing it in some way, but the mental benefits that I get from exercise and that people get from exercise, because it's proven by science that fitness elevates your mood, it improves your mental health, your mental well-being, and I miss the gym so much. I spent hours at the gym a day, 3 hours a day, 2 hours a day, almost every day of the week. I lived there, I loved it. It was a way for me to have a physical outlet for my anxiety and depression, where when I was younger, my physical outlet was hurting myself, and I've stayed away from that and now have decided to put it into fitness. Words are so hard right now. The emotional roller coaster of this video, Another thing I may as well mention, I don't have a good attention span. That's just who I am. There's a lot going on up in my brain at all times. So I'm sorry that my videos are probably always gonna be a little bit all over the place. I will try my best to get better at it. Maybe I'll get really good at editing and you won't even know. What was I talking about? Once I realized that it gave me such a good distraction to work out, this was the way that I could help other people with their mental illness, because I always knew that I wanted to do something that helped people with their mental illness, because it sucks so bad and I don't want anyone to feel the way that I feel, and it sucks that other people feel this way. It sucks that other people feel worse than this way, and I finally realized that this is what I could do to help other people. I can give them fitness plans. I can become a personal trainer and show them how fitness helped me. I finally realized what I wanted to do as a career. So I'm going to list some benefits of fitness on your mental health and why resistance training is good for your health as a whole, because I preach resistance training. I specialize in resistance training coaching. So yeah, let's get into that. So working out or doing some sort of physical activity actually boosts your mood by increasing your endorphins. There are happy hormones in your body, so that's great. A lot of doctors will recommend exercise before they recommend medication to patients. Once you increase your physical fitness, you're going to increase your self-esteem, which is going to make you happier. A lot of people who are insecure really struggle with mental illness. So what does resistance training do for your body? First of all, what we do when we're resistance training, we're weight training. So we're building lean mass, which is muscle, on our body. The more lean mass that we have on our body, the more calories it takes your body each day to maintain and repair those muscles that you are tearing from weight training. Your body burns more calories daily, which means you can eat more, which is great. So having more lean mass on your body stimulates your metabolism, and don't we all want that? By having a good muscle base, you're also lowering your risk of injury. Resistance training also increases your bone density. As you get older, you lose your bone density, and I think it's at like age 23 or something like that, you reach your peak bone density, and that's it. That's all you have. If you're not resistance training to help actually build that up, you could have osteoporosis, you're at a higher risk for injury. It's just a part of getting old. So if you resistance train, you're strengthening your bones and you're strengthening your muscles and tendons around the bones so that you just have a stronger body altogether. You'll be indestructible. I'm just kidding. You will not be. That'd be pretty cool, but you won't be. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video, guys. It really means a lot to me. I promise not all of my videos are going to be this serious. My next one is actually going to be another try-on haul from Alphalete, and I'm really excited for that. Thank you for listening to me cry and explain what fitness has done to help me with my mental illness. And I hope that you guys can take something from this video, whether that be how you can help somebody else with mental illness or how you can help yourself. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you in the next one.